Oh, cool, you can see me. Chuck Diddy, oh, Lord. Okay, so now, but if I start streaming, start the song first. Cool. Song, how do I do that? How do I do this? Oh, someone please tell me. Yeah. I got a new camera.
I'm addicted. I'm addicted, addicted. I'm addicted, addicted. I'm addicted, addicted to the way you make me feel. Addicted, addicted to the way you make me feel. Addicted, addicted. Don't wanna lose myself in something that ain't real. We made love on a like a skate run. And then the heaven opened up. And I found out love was a drug. And I knew you had to be my only love.
I can't hear shit. Is there an echo on this? How do I fix that? It's like a reverb, no? Okay. Red, white, and chill. Red, white, and chill. Chuck Diddy. Oh, peanut butter cracker sandwich. Oh, that looks amazing. Okay. Share.
I guess I'm too deep in the club. I'm addicted.
Copy link.
To the way you make me feel addicted.
Copy link. Okay, I copied my link. Now I put it on Instagram. Put it on Instagram. You can make a link, I think. Okay. I like that PB&J sandwich. I don't know how to find it though. Okay, fuck that. Oh wait, I need to do it though. This random photo, I suppose. Not bad. Add link, right? Nope, that's a boomerang. Okay, how do I get rid of that? Oh, too late. The announcement is going to boomerang. Okay, so how do I add a link then? What the heck? Location? No. Link. Okay. Oh, paste. Happening now. Oh, the song's over. Hey guys, it's me. Well, I haven't shown this to anybody. I haven't got an announcement out at all. Is there an echo or a reverb on my voice? It took me forever to get the stream up and running. As you see, I'm still dealing with how to share it and make an announcement. So I can't tell what's going on. I had to fiddle with the keys of the laptop to even get this to all operate. But in the meantime, I found out the issues were my headphone level on whatever this thing is, a processor, wasn't turned on the right way. Who knew you had to do it a certain type of style? And speaking of style, I needed an adapter. I got a new camera. I need an adapter because it was a USB-C male, but my computer only takes USB-A. And so I went to Target. They didn't have it. I looked at Best Buy. They didn't have it. But who did? AutoZone. AutoZone? It makes sense when you open up that control panel and stuff. Ooh, hello. Why is it so bouncy? So I needed to do a bunch of stuff like that. But in the meantime of me not knowing, I fiddled with the switches, and now it sounds like I'm in the clouds. I'm in heaven. Yeah. And I have to tell you, I was in heaven. That's why you haven't heard from me. I went undercover to infiltrate. Undercover infiltrate. Everybody write that down right now in your notes. Undercover infiltrate. That's what this guy had to do. And I got the idea. I'm not going to go there yet. But yeah, actually, fuck it. I got the idea from Jakia after the election. She said, Charlie, yeah, I should tell everybody what's happening. But I should also send this out. Let's do another song. Hey now. Oh yeah, but on YouTube, you can get pulled down if you don't do the right kind of song. So I got to go deep in the archive. What can I do? Oh yeah. And then I tried posting something, but it's too sensual. YouTube took it down for that. It was too pornographic, apparently. But there's nothing pornographic about it. It was about Joe Biden and the infrastructure bill. Fucking dumb stuff. And do I fix that echoey thing? Is that something I click on my laptop? Or should I do it? Because again, heaven is a place where Charlie podcasts from. Okay, how do I put on a music? Why is the whole world against me right now? I guess go with the classic.
Well, I'm going to see Aunt Betsy when I die.
Yeah, it's happening on everything. Oh, lordy, 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 woe is me.
I'm going to see Aunt Betsy when I die. Well, I'm going to see Aunt Betsy when I die.
How do I fix that?
When I die, oh, when I die. Well, I'm going to see Aunt Betsy when I die.
Hello?
When I die.
Hello? Hey, I fixed it. Y'all witness me fix something live in action. Okay, I'm taking it from the top again. Oh, cool, I'm on delay. Okay, let me put on the song I wanted to do. Oh, rejoice for the chosen podcast to rejoice. Okay, slow down, Charlie. You're getting way too cool. How do I do this? I gotta find recently added. I just added it. And here we go, guys. Officially, it starts now. Yeah!
I'm addicted. I'm addicted. To the way you make me feel addicted. To the way you make me feel addicted. Don't wanna lose myself in something that ain't real. We made love on a black Mexican rug, and that night the heavens opened up, and I found out love was a drug, and I knew you had to be my only plug. But who knew you were running around town with any man that'll pull his pants down? I'm standing here looking like a damn clown, 'cause I'm stuck with all these damn feelings now. I'm addicted to the way you make me feel addicted to the way you make me feel addicted. Don't wanna lose myself in something that ain't real. I'm addicted to the way you make me feel addicted to the way you make me feel addicted. Don't wanna lose myself in something that ain't real. Well, you told me that we were meant to be. Now I'm sitting here looking stupid as fuck, thinking you were for me and for everybody. I guess I'm too deep in the cold. I'm addicted to the way you make me feel addicted to the way you make me feel addicted
Okay, am I back on? Can you hear me? Oh no, did I go out? Hello? Is this my microphone? Oh shit. Giselle texted. Giselle.
Hello?
Hey, Giselle?
Yes.
I'm live streaming right now. Can you hear the microphone? Am I on?
Well, you called me, so I wouldn't be able to hear it because I was watching on my phone.
Could you hear me on the phone?
I hear you on my phone, yes, but I can't. Okay, so the live is paused because you're talking to me on the phone.
It
Hold on, let me see.
paused?
Okay, there you go. You're good. You're good.
Okay, so is everything working?
Everything's working, Charlie, and everybody can hear me. Okay, I'm gonna hang up.
Oh, are there
Bye.
people on here? Okay, bye.
Yeah.
I actually, though, for you, don't tune in. Giselle, I warn you, do not tune in. That's Giselle. Maybe I should, you know what? I'm still figuring out how to do everything. Am I? Or am I just on? I'll just be on. Okay. Cool. I just want to play with everything. I got so many buttons. Ooh, make that louder. Okay, that was a little vigorous. But who else? Okay. Damn, Giselle freaking out got me all freaked out. I didn't realize. Oh yeah, I need to get the YouTube chat going. That's what I have to do. Okay. Fuck, until I can figure it out. Yeah.
I'm
Everything can unplug every moment.
I'm addicted, addicted to the way you make me feel. Addicted, addicted to the way you make me feel. Addicted, addicted. Don't wanna lose myself in something that ain't real. We made love on a like my skin raw. And that night the heavens opened up. And I found out love was a drug. And I knew you had to be my only plug. But who knew you were running around town with any man that'll pull his pants down? I'm standing here looking like a damn clown, 'cause I'm stuck with all these damn feelings now. I'm addicted, addicted to the way you make me feel. Addicted, addicted to the way you make me feel. Addicted, addicted. Don't wanna lose myself in something that ain't real. I'm addicted, addicted to the way you make me feel. Addicted, addicted to the way you make me feel. Addicted, addicted. Don't wanna lose myself in something that ain't real. Don't wanna lose myself in something that ain't real. That we were meant to be.
Okay, guys, moderation helps everyone feel safe. Close.
Thinking you were for me, for
Live chat. Okay.
everybody. I guess I'm too.
Okay, guys, I'm back. I think I figured everything out. Giselle says my microphone's working. And it's funny. She said everyone can hear me. But look, she was the only one watching. So hear that, Giselle. Okay, now people are texting me. So where do I begin from here? I'm so shell-shocked about being here right now. I got here like 2 hours ago. I'm at Owl Water Tower Studios. Kenny's out again on tour. That's what they do with their fiddles all day, and they drive. Oh, I was supposed to send it to Kenny. Damn it. Okay, well, sorry, Kenny. You probably don't want to hear it anyway. And pretty much a lot of things happened. I got a camera. Everybody say hi to the camera. Hi, camera. Ooh, I got noises on this. Oh, I always do that one.
Montag, lieben, Glauben, Globen.
Okay, I got that one too. I bought this secondhand, so that's why you're hearing the noises you hear. That one I'm a big fan of. But going back, still kind of dazzled by all this. I got a light on me. That's what I hooked up a camera. I got a camera, but it's a USB-C male, and I needed... And my computer only takes USB-A. right? So I go to Target. They never even heard of it. To them, it was uncanny. It was unpredictable. And then I looked at it for Best Buy, but they didn't have it. But you know who did? AutoZone. I guess it makes sense because of all the little chips they have. But really? This whole world of podcasting is opening up to things my mind has never conjured up before. But without fret, I prevail. To take my place as king of all podcasters. That's right. My whole life, I've been ready for this moment. It was what I was born to do. I had my 10,000 hours of talking to space, to the ethereal, to the just looking up, reaching the stratosphere with my voice, knowing fully aware that no one's around. Yeah, 2 watching right now. One of them's me. And I planned this one because my mom's in Japan. That's the thing. So then what I've been doing, I did my 8 streams from December, right? And that was chill. But then I had to edit it all down, put it on podcast because it's kind of boring with streams and you hear me working everything. It's not fun. Like the cool thing about streaming is it's an easy way to get that kind of interaction when needed. But again, I don't need you guys. I don't need anyone. The wall is my glory. It's like playing tennis with the wall ball. I think that's what we called it. That was my early days before I learned how to talk. I played wall ball with the tennis ball and ping pong balls. And then it wasn't until I built a vocabulary I learned to communicate. Yes, ever since I was a child, I was made for podcasting. I never did it because, guys, it's something you should be ashamed of. Unless you're doing something educational and kind of actually worth it, then it's kind of cool, but then it should be niche. And what it is, though, podcasting became like a superstardom, the new rock star. Like it was one thing to make DJs a rock star, I guess. I mean, they're still playing with computers, losers. But a podcaster? The fact that people think this is a talent is mind-boggling. I should get off of it, but I had to do some undercover. Oh, yeah. Guys, remember? So I was going to say these live streams, I cut it down, and my only 2 podcast listeners are my mom and my Uncle John, which I'm excited. Well, I'm excited in general to hear from them, but I hope this is one that just gets kind of swept under the rug. Because I got an announcement. Because my good darlings and friends, went undercover. It was Jakia who gave me the idea back at the fall of the American dream on whatever day election day was. I think it's the 4th of November. I mean, I don't know who actually votes. So stupid. Guys, it's all rigged. And yeah, I realized that these podcasters kind of taking over, and because I trusted America, but you know, I was wrong. And Jakia was the one that was like, hey, you know, you're a white man, you got beautiful hair, people like you, people want you on their side, just, you know, take it over. And I'm from the ancestry of Thomas Knowlton. If you don't know who that is, he's the greatest, well, second greatest American to ever live. And with he started the, if you know Nathan Hale, my only regret is I have but one life to give to my country. He was like the spy for espionage, total blunder. But yeah, Thomas Knowlton started that at the Battle Bunker Hill. He was a dude on the fence line. So when the guys retreated, he held off the British. And that's how I learned about it. My mic's on, right? No, I called Giselle. I trip out. I got water. Or no, fuck. I got vodka. Hey now. Hey guys. For Uncle John, I'm drinking a glass of water when you hear this later. But the joke was that's vodka. And, you know, so we learned when we went to Boston. My brother actually went to Berkeley College of Music. He's older than me. And so we're in Boston. And we were doing the tourist stuff. And history's cool, America's cool. So we went to the monuments and we saw a big old painting of Thomas Knowlton. We're like, yo, Dad, who is this? And he told us, and then we asked my grandfather, heard more about it. And he died at the Battle of Harlem in probably modern day Harlem, right? So I guess that's why I'm like so black, you know. People texting me. Guys, I can't do text and YouTube chats. Why? Why must you do this to me? Lies, it's definitely actually vodka. Oh, Lord. Stevie, maybe you missed the first half of the stream. You know how long it took me to get all my things working? Or maybe you don't want to be public. Nobody wants to be public. They're letting me do it all by myself. And this story, I don't even want to tell. But I got to for my country. That's everything this is. So it makes sense. What I was saying anyway, it makes sense that I would be destined to go undercover. It was started from trying to learn about these podcasters, why these guys are huge stars. Again, podcasting is cool if you have a purpose. But some people's purpose is just to reach mass amount of people and spread Russian bullshit to them. And it comes in this weird, like, self-validating, hey, man, hey, bro-y kind of thing. Like, things that I'm from. And so there was this one dude, like, I started looking into it, and they had those little raffles. They're like, hey, you can be on this guy's show, or you can get him on yours. And I'm like, okay, check it out, right? You fill it out. It makes it sound like they want something specific, go for the right story. But then it's like, okay, $10,000. And I was like, all right, so that's like where the money's coming from. People paying $10,000. Come on, get out of here. You have no right to podcast. And so this guy, this big old one, and I actually kind of like him. He reminds me of some people I play in bands with. A really chill dude named, I'm going to call him Taj Mahal because I forgot his real name, and his first name's Taj. And he teamed up with some, I'm going to call him Grant Dickhead because his name's Grant, and all I remember his last name is that, well, the guy's a dickhead. He's like a billionaire from Miami. And so Taj Mahal he had all these promos, advertisements. Come to my Beverly Mansion. I was like, Beverly Mansion? Come. Political event. I check out the political event. It's some Republican shit, but designed and dressed in it being neutral. Being, hey, we don't care what party. We're not with any party. But by the time you get to the end, usually when they ask for money, it was, yeah, totally GOP, Gestapo P. And so I was like, yeah, let me check it out. It was kind of nerve-wracking, but once again, I do it for my country. And it was kind of surreal. Definitely talking about definitely Civil War coming up. Definitely one coming up. It was definitely saying some violent shit. The premise was, you know, if you got a problem, madness, you can't reason with it. What do you do? Pop, pop. And that literally was the slogan. So every time it was like call and response. What do you do? Pop, pop. I was like, bro, why are you brainwashing these people? But they're all landowners. It was all people who do real estate. It's kind of douchey. I was the only one with long hair. Man, it doesn't take that much frontal lobe energy to grow out your hair. In fact, it takes none. So why do you think they do it? They cut their hair because they're soldiers. Like when Alexander the Great told them, he was a general tutored by Aristotle. Alexander was a guy that told his men, yo, you gotta shave that beard, cut that hair. And the whole point was when you're in melee, that you can't get yanked, can't be used against you. So he started that. And then it came to symbolize of being, when you're a soldier, you're property of the state, the government, whoever. And so that became a symbol to associate with that you're a conformist, that you follow orders. And just FYI, look around you, not much long hair going around anymore. What's up with that? So yeah, I put it in a ponytail. Cool. I'm going to see if I can lose anymore, because this I'm nervous about. Take another sip of vodka. I should also put it out there that although a year ago I went completely sober, except for weed, of course, and I did have a little relapse, but the relapse not being anything too bad. It's where I drank maybe 2-3 times a week for about 2-3 months. It kind of snowballed. I started seeing a girl, and for the last year when I was sober, I was more focused on myself. I was trying to not get carried away with anything, whether it be, I was going sober, so no drinking. That shit can't tire you out and can't really affect your body. You're just going to be on an even keel for the most part. And then even sex, trying to be like celibate and all. Because, when you start having sex with someone, emotions can get entangled. So that can also cause a rift where I just wanted to be, plowing ahead. But then this girl was like, hey, fuck. She was, let's put it this way. Because I don't know who listens to this. I only got one listener right now. Could be anybody. Could be this girl. And she came over, got me a bunch of groceries, a lot of money, just filled my cupboards up, cooked me a bomb-ass meal. And then my roommates came. They cooked themselves a meal. We had a feast. And suddenly I didn't have to worry about shit like that. I was a gigolo. Let's just put it out there. I was a bad one, though. I'm too romantic. Sorry, babe, if you hear that. But, I mean, come on. We're drummers. We're artists. We're the real ones. We're the ones, if they have long hair, there's a lot of things you should know. Musicians are either slinging sex or drugs. Or rock and roll. But most of us can't do that. Ugh. Fuck this. Why am I here? I'd rather be drumming. Yeah, I really don't like this. You guys miss the whole frenzy of me trying to put this all together. Okay, what's Stevie saying? Hopefully, nah, it's me. I'm the only fan. You are only fan. Stevie, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Another thing is this shit might unplug. Has that been happening? Okay, this is too much to take care of. But so anyway, Jakia gave me a lot of great ideas. She's the one that inspired me to use my white prowess to infiltrate and get on the other side and figure what's up. I got a cousin, MAGA cousin, Florida. I mean, I love him to death, but he's been, you guys got to keep in account that I wasn't kidding when I called this the year 1 AB after Biden. You got to get with it. What perfect time of a new calendar year than one of the most extreme in human existence. You got to think about everything going on. You got climate change. Last time there's this major climate change, when we went into the Ice Age, I think about 98% of Homo sapiens died. Only 2%. We're about to go through another one. Sure, we got technology and advancements, but 98% is a lot of ground to cover. So that's going on. And with the technological advance of AI. So now you got that's revolutionizing everything on a way new scale. Like we're entering a new age. And on top of that, it's one of the most significant ones, I would argue. We're making like AI. Get out of here. And then simultaneously, the greatest empire in human history, the great United States of America, has fallen. I mean, it's not quite there yet, but through the Russian bug, it is sick. And it's receding from its duty to go jerk itself off to death. So what better suited name for this than the last time we did it for Christ, right? BC and AC or AD, after death. Before Christ and after death. So why not AB, after Biden? You know Trump would hate that shit. I love it. I still want to write Biden letters and send them to the White House just to piss Trump off. Get him all like, why are they still writing him letters? Open it. That's a federal crime. Don't care. Do it. He says he wants to. Yep, so I'm the last American, apparently. All y'all cut your hair and became Russian on me. And I know this for sure because I was in Russia in 2014 when they first invaded Ukraine, when Putin was still denying it. I hung out, met these Buryat Russian soldiers in Ulan-Ude. Didn't speak English. I didn't speak Russian. Fuck it. I was 19. I had this 23-year-old girlfriend, Aruna, and she would translate for me. And I was obviously American because it's that or, homosexual hello, which I think is reasonable. Keep in mind, everybody, I'm only legally a male because of Trump. If I was any wiser, I've already had my dick chopped off, formed into a cunt. So when I'm stuck in traffic, I can rub it, finger it, the whole 10. But now that's going to be harder to do. I can't even satisfy my needs as a man. So fuck it. What was I even talking about? I'm just looking at a ring of light. Yo, Stevie, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, that I'm the last American. I was hanging out with the Russian soldiers. Oh, yeah, and I got them to admit it. I got them to admit that, what was I going to, oh, yeah, that they were in Ukraine when everyone was denying it. So I had that firsthand proof. Like, I seen them, how they lie, contrast to what the soldiers are saying. And I can, as a, unique individual, eccentric, born in St. Louis, but raised all over, family all over, and kind of chameleon. I've been in a lot of different places. And I can tell you, I can see the news and give you good media literacy advice. I can do it. And so it's safe to say that you guys are indeed all Russian bots. And I am the sole American. It's actually me and Joe Biden left. But, Joe Biden's hardly human anymore. He's a zombie, right? Old Sleepy Joe. So darn good, he could operate the country in his sleep. So I checked it out. All these podcasters, these celebrity podcasters, are being lifted up by government agents, right? This billionaire who's calling, he even said about the mayor of Los Angeles that we should take care of her and elections too far away. Pop, totally fucking, should be, I think, illegal. But, who cares anymore, right? And then I talked to Democrats who was like a veteran from Ohio. And he was like, yeah, man, we're all getting ready. We're stockpiling. we know they're going to push us a little too far. They're going to try to round us up. So, but that's not the big news. That was the first advice that Jakia gave me. The second advice was Charlie. Your relationship troubles is that you need to be with someone younger, 18 to 20, when they don't care whether or not you're rich yet. They don't care whether or not you have money. They're just there for fun. And so I thought, well, that makes sense because that's what all the GOP do too. And that'll be another way I can further investigate what's going on with them and how to kind of infiltrate and understand their way of thinking that allows them to be sustable, whatever, to all this Russian nonsense, all this anti-American flabbergassery. And because, you always hear about these MAGA people being thrown away and, and put in jail or whatever because they're trying to fuck underage chicks. And Matt Gaetz, he was doing that. That's why he's not on the cabinet. And, I'm not about to go and do anything illegal. But I have to say, I went undercover and started banging an 18-year-old. And at one point, I was so far gone that I started loving Trump. That's why you haven't seen me. The Russian bug almost got me. So there we go. I went Drake. That is like hands down the hottest morally corrupt thing I've ever done. But during the time, I was cool with everything, get away from the light. You know, who wants to tell anyone about that? And Trump was helping me out because who would care about it while he's, you know, like creating gulags in El Salvador and just sending people to it and finding ways to open up how many people he can send and who, you know, like, and this is something, and they love banning 18-year-olds and they like banning even younger. Shit, I got rehearsal later. It took me so long to set this up. I really want to dive deep into it. Uh-oh. Giselle's not on here, right? Thank the Lord. It's just me and Stevie, which is good. And so at first I did it for my country, but it is a total mind warp. And it's just, it gets that greatest satisfaction of the most toilet benign humor. Like, I was officially won over when it started talking about toilets. I kid you not. I've had a thing with toilets and women. It's weird. I got no fetish. I don't like combining them, but I do like a little pissaroony happening as a little foreplay. And it's not something that I consciously gravitated towards. It's something subconscious. Like, for example, when I was in New York, when I was 18 years old, that's what women would do to me all the time. When I was 18, you got to keep in mind, I went to New York City and I started just fucking, you know, discovering life. Damn, I wish I had more time. I'm definitely not telling them that I'm doing this for a podcast. Okay. So I was discovering everything when I was, 18. Then I turned 19 when I was in New York City, and I just got in everything, and just started fucking around. People, all the girls would like, hey, like I didn't understand it at that time that I was just like young meat to them, like a toy, but it certainly happened. I thought I was an old soul. That's what everybody would tell me, Charlie, you're an old soul, and now I understand what that means. Cause I'm meeting a girl. I'm meeting her and her friend who's 22, and we're going to hang out. And it was during the time I was drinking a bit, and I didn't know they already had beer and whatnot. And when I was talking to this girl, she knew everything. When I showed her me on Howard Stern, she knew Howard Stern. When she would say, "Oh, I want to do Stevie. I'm going to listen to Stevie Wonder," I'm like, "Oh, okay." Where I only realize how young she is when I'm right with her, right in front of her. But, and then combine that of me feeling understood, like gets this kind of gap of what I'm from while also showing me what's currently going on. But get that with some toilet humor. And it's happened ever since I was 18. I'd be with this chick. Gorgeous chick, great songwriter too. Now in Portland. I'm not going to give her name away. But she had a boyfriend at the time. And I was single. And we were, after one of my shows, we ended up hooking up. But on the way to hooking up at her studio, she said, "Oh, I hope you don't mind." Got between two cars, pulled down her pants, and squatted way over, really exposing her ass, and just started pissing on the ground between the two cars. I was like, holy smokes. This is the greatest thing ever. That's an ass. And I guess if I have to withstand some urine, some piss coming through, so be it. Doesn't take away from the booty of glory. And it happened again. Months later, a different girl, different bar. I wasn't playing a show. She went, "I hope you don't mind, but I'm a Jersey girl. Didn't even go between two cars, just against a building. Just started pissing. I was like, right on. She had a great ass. And when I think of that, it reminds me when I was 16. I was 16, and my friend Caleb, we were all in a band together. We were friends in Oak Park outside Chicago. Caleb, Jake, Jack, and Keenan. We'd all be hanging out in Caleb's backyard after school one day. And I said, Caleb, I need to use the bathroom. Can you please unlock the door to his house? I was more polite at the time. And he said, he made a joke. He went, no, go outside. I didn't know it was a joke. So I went over to his wall and said, okay, pulled down my pants and took a beautiful dump on the wall of his house. Luckily clean. It was a good one. For some reason, I always know when the right poop is coming out. And I spread it for other eyes to feast on. He freaked out. Said, I was only kidding. Opened the door, got a doggy bag, made me pick it up, scoop it, throw it away. And when I was a teenager in New York City, I just started dating this girl that I really fell in love with. The Aruna, the Mongolian Siberian girl. And who I later went to Russia, Buryatia, Mongolia with. And moved to Los Angeles with before she moved back after a year. I just started dating, and like literally a week telling her like, okay, I'll commit. And in the process, that she like the first day that we're gonna see each other after I say I'm gonna commit. I come home after work. I'm like, hey, and you want to come over? She's like, okay, I'll be there in 45 minutes. I'm like, cool. I get home. There's a bodacious babe hanging with my roommate, Ed, but he wasn't touching her. And we're all hanging out, and I was excited. I wanted to fuck her. I knew I could. But I had my new girlfriend coming over. I was like, no, I can't cheat. I gotta be a good boy. The Ramones. I just wanna be a good boy. I don't wanna be bad. Now I wanna run away from home. Or now I wanna be all alone. Now I wanna run away from home. Whatever. I wanted to be a good boy. But I couldn't. But I also needed something with this beautiful babe. I don't know what else word to describe it. And so I said, I didn't swear as much at this time. I said to Ed I said to the girl first. I said, hey, I need to use the bathroom. You want to come watch me poop? She went, yeah, sure, okay. And then she goes, Ed, you want to come? And he goes, what? No, you guys are fucking disgusting. He swore. And so we're like, okay. We went in the bathroom. She just started covering her eyes. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. And I'm just excited. I get to show her my Johnson. I pull down my pants like, hey, babe. But then I squat on the toilet and sit down and plump, poop away. She's just giggling the whole time. And once again, clean. Not even a wipe. I just one of those where you like, just to confirm, right? But you really didn't even need a wipe. It's beautiful. But then my girlfriend came, and I was very honest. I was still a kid, and I told her, "Hey," when I was introducing them, "Hey, this is Ed, my roommate, and this is da da da. I forgot her name. This is her. She just watched me poop." And my girlfriend was like, "Hi, okay." Freaked out. So when I see this girl, she knows Stevie Wonder. She knows Howard Stern, and she enjoys that thing like an old soul, kind of like me with a bunch of older siblings and whatnot. And then she's talking about how she wants to be a toilet. Let me tell you something about girls being toilets. Let me tell you something about girls being toilets. It doesn't have to be sexual. It can be fun and theatrical. When I was with Ariuna, the first time we took acid together, I was taking acid a lot more. I think it was her first time taking acid, period. And sorry, I started thinking about the time. Again, I got rehearsal coming up. Totally in the zone. Told you guys, I can talk to a wall like Play-Doh can paint. And so, first time her taking acid, we take acid and stuff. We're going to a studio. We're gonna have rehearsal. My band's brother, my brother's band, our band, my band with my brother, the in-between thing. And while we're doing that, what the fuck am I talking about? I don't want to be here anymore. Let me drink some water. Is anybody here? Oh, fuck yeah, no one. That's what I'm talking about. You got to scare people off. I don't like it when people are actually listening. I don't like it when you can like see the views and stuff. You have to do the chats. Maybe I should just be chat free. Maybe it should just be text only. Okay, but let me Okay. So I'm tripping on acid with Ariuna. And while we're there, I should just do this another day. I like have to go right now. Chuck Diddy. I didn't even get to the Diddy part. Well, this is kind of a Diddy. This is a Chuck Berry part. It's Chuck Berry combined with P. Diddy. But there's no real Diddy part other than... Yeah, there's no real Diddy part. It sucks. Stevie, what happened? Oh, okay. Maybe there is someone there. Maybe that is Stevie. My bad. Hey, man. Okay, I got rehearsal, man, but it's like right down the street. And I told them I'm good for 5. So hopefully they understand if I'm a little late. But, okay, so we're getting off an acid trip. Me and Aruna, our first time tripping on acid. Together, her first time completely. So obviously, if you're a mathematician or a riddler, you would know if I just said it was her first time tripping, you would know that's my first time tripping with her. Right? I guess you could say that I was tripping on hanging out with her, but that didn't happen. So yeah, my first time tripping with her, too. Take it. And we're going to go after we go to the museum, after we come back from Manhattan, go to Brooklyn. We're going to have band practice with me and my brother's band, the in-between thing with Tim Haggerty on bass. And my brother's name is Tim. So effectively, it was the in-between Tims, a band about me. And while we're walking into it, I introduced her to my brother Tim for the first time. Just to spite him, I called him Tim number 2. And he's older than me. They're the same age, both 4 years older than me. And so Tim was a little bit more smarter about stuff. And it's like, oh, so how long have you been here? 4 years. Oh, do you have a green card? And she's like, yeah. How did you get it? It's a long story. Oh, you got married, didn't you? Yeah. But was it just for the card? No, it was out of love. Oh, well, you got divorced, right? No, I'm still married. My mind exploded. Now that I tell you the story as an older man, as a 30-year-old, I feel like my brother was a cop. What the fuck, Tim? You can't ask people. Guys, don't ask people those questions now in times of ice in the gulags. And, yeah, so we go in that studio, and there's nothing I want to do. I don't want to be in a studio like that with a girl I just fell in love with. And keep in mind, I was still a teenager. I was 19 when I met her. I didn't want to be in that with 2 guys, expect to play music, and my brother be like, oh, no, we're doing this on this part, and like telling me, talking about music and learning and dictating. I didn't want to do that. I needed space coming off of acid, too. And then she comes in, and then she gets her camera out, and she's recording, having the best time of her life. And I'm pissed. Pissed, I tell you. It wasn't until I stepped outside and Tim Haggerty of Added Color, great band from New York. And again, I don't think anybody wants me plugging them, which I understand. But I had to decompress, and I don't smoke cigarettes, but time to time, I will smoke one. And with Tim Haggerty, I told him what happened. And he's like, oh, there's two ways I look at it. One, it's pretty cool. You're banging a married chick. Could just take it as a, slutty win. And two, you could be thankful that because of that, she's allowed to stay in America and thus you be with her. Where without that, it couldn't have happened. It wouldn't be facilitated. I'm like, okay. And that kind of helped me blow some steam a bit. And so now I'm trying to make friends and trying to get over it. And we're in Williamsburg, and that's where she lived in Brooklyn. We're walking back, and I'm honest with her. I'm like, hey, I understand that you're married and this and that, but it's still difficult for me. It's hard. I'm jealous. I feel weird about it that you're married to someone else. And she's like, okay, she's hearing me out. And it was as we got to her apartment, maybe 15 minutes later, and we're walking up the stairs of her building. She was on the 3rd floor. And I had this joke from high school where whenever we play video games, I'd be like, hey, I need to use the bathroom. Hey, Jack, do you mind opening your mouth? It's just a joke. I love it. And so that's what I did with Ariuna. We're walking up. I'm behind her. And I go, hey, Ari, I need to use the bathroom. Do you mind opening your mouth? And she turns around and goes, of course, baby. And I'm thinking, oh, that's so cool that she can joke like that. But then I'm also thinking, wait a minute. If we keep joking about it but don't act on it, doesn't that make us posers? And aren't posers total losers? Yes, they are. So I tell Ari exactly that. Hey, Ari, if we keep joking about it but not doing it, it makes us posers. She's like, yeah? I was like, yeah, maybe we should do it. She's like, yeah, and always go with the flow. And so I'm like, yeah. And she's like, okay. So we go to her bathroom. We stand in the tub. We're both stark naked. She's in front of me. And the water's not running. It's dry. We just didn't want to make a mess. Like, if you're going to pee on someone, I guess people do it on the bed sheets, but doesn't that soak in the mattress? I don't know. We didn't want to do much cleanup. So we go in the bathtub, and it's dry, and we're naked, and I got my Dawn pointing at her back. And now all I have to do is loosen up and relax one muscle, and a stream flow of piss will gracefully land on her back and slope down like the contours of the Alps. But it's really hard. When you're in that position, it's a lot harder than you think, because now you're like, holy shit, you really tense up. And so I ask, Ariuna, are you sure you want to do this? And she goes, don't ask me now. Now I'm freaking out. And I go, oh, fuck, I don't want to miss opportunity. So I just let it rip. I let her have it. And she pisses. It gets all over. She screams, I can't believe you're pissing on me. She takes her left leg, puts it backwards over my leg, and just starts pissing on me in retaliation. It's true love. Turned on the shower, washed up. Wasn't even sexual. Washed up, went outside in our towel. So I do have quite the history with piss and shit. And I find this girl, this old soul, quote unquote, and she's talking right up that alley. I just want to be a toilet. I'm like, yeah, I love shitting in toilets. It's getting rougher and rougher as you get older. Pissing won't do it. And as my friend would say, these girls, when they're 18 in LA, they ain't no kids. When I went to New York, when I was 18, I was still kind of a kid. I wasn't even swearing. I mean, I would sometimes, sure, but you know, when I could, I'd be like Napoleon Dynamite. I'd just change it out for non-cuss. And but these girls, this girl already knows about cocaine, all of that. And so it's like, fuck it. Old soul. She talking about toilets. And at first it was just something kind of fun, keeping in mind it's almost just like a toy, like, okay, it's being thrown on your lap, you know? And even though it might be morally corrupt, it's legal. And I say the definition of morally corrupt because the Einstein golden rule of dating across the ages is, I hope my band doesn't see this live stream and see like that's why he's like, fuck. But the golden age rule, the Einstein golden rule of perversion is you take your age, you might have heard this before. You take your age, I'm 30, you divide it in half. So that'd be 15. And then you add 7. So 15 plus 7 is 22. 22 is scraping the bottom of the barrel for me of when it starts getting gross, creepy, and perverted. Anything under 22 is just like, bro, you're a fucking freak. And so that's why I have a little trick I do. You get your age, so 15, and then you subtract 7. The Epstein rule. So pretty much if you're following the Epstein rule, if it's over 8, and that's what all the MAGA people do. But I couldn't go that far. So with an 18-year-old, a lot of fun. A lot of talking about shit I can kind of get into while showing me things of the new generation. And then talking about toilet humor. And that's what it was when she was at my place. And we were in the bathroom together. You know, she didn't want to be walking around my house alone. If you don't know, I kind of live sort of like, you know, kind of by the hood in South LA. And, you know, some people might be members and whatnot. It's just one of those environments. I mean, it's not dangerous, but, you know, she don't want to be walking around. And even if it was not even that way, it's just someone else's house. And so we go to the bathroom, there's a little divider or whatnot, but she goes and it's my turn, and I'm pooping. I'm shitting. And I'm like, oh, you like that? She's like, yeah, it's so hot. Like, you like the way I shit? She's like, yeah, you shit so hot. And right when she said, you shit so hot, knock, knock, knock on the door. It's my roommate, Marissa. I'm like, oh, hey, Marissa. Sorry. She's like, okay, you're all good. So, yeah, it was wild. It was my Drake moment. And under the time, it's cool with Trump. I had notes. I could call people, but I don't have enough time. Maybe I'll do another show and do it then. And the reason why I can talk about it now, and that's, you know, I was out. I wouldn't say that's the reason why I wasn't streaming, because I was learning how to do. So in that time, I was learning how to chop up video, do the stream, edit audio, put it on a platform, da-da-da-da-da. So pretty much I am the king of podcasting. So maybe I'll call someone. I'll call people tomorrow about it, get back on track. This is me, honestly, just being a sound check. And for me to be on time, I'll need to leave right now. Fuck. But it's totally Chuck Diddy all over it. and so that's the thing. I saw her the last time on, what was it, Monday. Today's Wednesday. And she was like, Charlie, no mas. When I think of it, she actually said no mas. What a beauty. And so, you know, that's a load off the bat because it was crazy. It gets addictive. It certainly gets addictive. But then when you start, the thing for me is when you're an adult, like, we're not an adult because we're both adults technically. Like, she got arrested. She had treated like an adult. The only thing is not drinking technically, even though she got all of her own drinks. But that was because of the drunk driving, the Mothers Against Drunk Driving. That's why you have that alcohol limit. But yeah, so but as a more, an older adult, it's like it's hard to play around and like be a toy like that all the time. Now I'm getting that age where I have to really think more seriously about what's going on around me. I only got so much energy. My body's only decomposing or whatever. Just like it's only breaking down unless you start working on it now, right? And all these things are becoming more real. And what do I want? I can't be like a kid, sleep like living in a warehouse or a lockout like rehearsal studio anymore. I need a better quality of life now. But I remember when I was 18, and that's where this joint is with me and this chick. Is even though we can joke about toilets all day together and FaceTime each other, and all we're doing is me putting on sunglasses and her going, "Oh my God, you're so cool. Wow, I don't know what it is, but you just look so hot right now." And then I take it off. She goes, "Ew, gross. Who are you? What? You're ugly." And then put the sunglasses on. "Oh, hey, baby, what are you doing later? Oh my God, you're so sexy." Take it off. "Oh, what? Ew. Oh, gross." Put it back on. And we just do that. It's the most mindless kind of dumb fun. And I like that mindless dumb fun. I just can't stand it when everybody thinks they're smart when they're not. And usually the smart people aren't necessarily like in your day-to-day life. The super smart people aren't the best comedians. But so I just have a thrill on that humor of just talking about how sexy it is the way someone poops. And that dumb matter. But then again, with me being my age, I'm like, yo, like, so I kind of want to call her and have her talk about it or do a live demonstration of me asking how she's feeling. And normally people will be like, "Oh, I'm feeling okay. This happened, bummed me out," or da 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 da. But she had like this inability. It's kind of insane. I mean, but it makes sense because then I think about where was I when I was 18. When I was 18, I volunteered at Bonnaroo, and I saw this band named Deep Valley, and they said, hey, they had this whole story. When we were in Minnesota on tour, we didn't have enough money for gas to get to the next town. But this one guy, Jimmy or whatever his name was, he bought our T-shirt that got us enough gas to get to the next gig. So this one's dedicated to him. And if there's any guys out there that want to get naked for us, we got a song dedicated for you. I was 18, just out of my parents' house, about to go to New York. And I couldn't enjoy the show anymore. I couldn't enjoy that freedom anymore because these rocking hot babes were offering and asking, almost begging me to get naked for them. And if these girls weren't going to, if I was going to say no to these girls, these rocking, bodacious babes from LA, it's before I was ever in Los Angeles. But if I couldn't get naked for them, then when could I ever righteously unclothe myself? So that's what happened. The song was ending. I looked to everyone around me and say, sorry. And they go, huh? And I just take off all my clothes, get all naked, start jumping up. A circle goes around me because no one wants to touch me. And just doing jumping jacks. It's for them, not the guys around me. And the girls, it's Bonnaroo Festival. They can't see. And so they're like, oh, they want to get naked for us? Oh, no. What a bummer. And I hear everyone murmuring around me. What? But he's naked. Why don't they see? And I know a fact. I just graduated high school. And I know a psychological effect that you got to look someone in the eye and ask him for help. Look the guy that's the most like maybe authoritative and be like, yo, help me. So I saw a guy and I look him in the eyes, lock eyes, and I say, help me while I'm jumping. And he goes, right when I say help me, he goes, he's naked. And everybody joins in. So he's going, he's naked, and pointing at me with their hands in the air. And then the girls are like, oh, wow, that's so cool. Hey, come up here. This one's for you. It's called the Walk of Shame. And they play the Walk of Shame. And like Noah or Moses parting the Red Sea, everybody got out of my way. And with my clothes in my hand, just start strutting up. I just start strutting up to the front. But then people know the enthusiasm dives down the deeper you get. And one guy was like, get out of here, you faggot. we were in Tennessee, and so yeah, the F word going around. I had long hair, all naked. Hey now, and so I got away from him, put my clothes back on. But that's how I got like front row to see Alt J. It's pretty cool. So that's what I was doing, and then I moved to New York City and played a show in some fucking apartment in Brooklyn, and I just completely unclothed for that. Just got completely naked. Afterwards, a girl came up and was like, "Hey, nice balls," or something. Good ball, like you have, it was ballsy, but it was also like double entendre. I dug it. So I have to like, it's kind of funny where I think about where I was when I was 18 and where I am now, where all the fun and jokes and everything like that. But really, when you need more depth, I need more substance and depth to a person, and I'm not just talking about the vagina. I need depth to their spirit. I should go. Yeah, I really should go. Yeah, I got a lot more to say, but I'm going to have to cut it early. But it sucks because oh man, so we broke up on Monday. Depending on whether or not she answers is how I'm going to shape the narrative. And maybe I'll call I'm going to call a lot of people, maybe tomorrow, but that's the thing. Now there's a Colombian girl. Colombian girl wants me. What do I do? What do I do, West Russia? It's kind of sucks that my only faithful listener is my Uncle John. Really got my demographic wrong. I should just talk to him about vinyl. That's what he likes. Yeah, maybe I could do it later because there's this girl that wants to. Hey now. I mean, her English isn't the greatest. I mean, she is fluent. She's a Spanish teacher here in the United States. But I could talk fast enough to totally lose her. So it wouldn't matter if she's with me or not. But yeah, it's a shame. It took me so long to get my stuff ready. And I asked for rehearsal at 5. But it's actually... What happened? This just happened? Cool. I'm happy with the camera. Stevie, I'll pick this up soon. Maybe tonight. But again, that chick wants to come through. What do? I don't need any girls. I just need me and my guitar. Me and my podcast microphone. I don't need no one. Just me and my microphone. That's all I need to be free. Other people have cooler passions than my... But no. I just need a wall. Damn, I'm bummed. I really don't. But I can't with the... I mean, it's just literally like a block away. So I'm not even like that late. But with a clean conscience, just like streaming while they're all waiting for me, that'd be so moved. Oh, Lord. Okay, well, I'm sorry I broke the news and didn't even have time to fully, what's that word? Uncompress? Decompress? Whatever. Fuck it. How do I stop it? I'm gonna be so Charlie. Chuck Diddy. C. Dids. Chuck Diddler. Oh, no, that's not good. That's a bad one. I got 10 views. That's not a good sign. Stop streaming. Okay. Adios. You will not be able to reconnect.